Hey guys, I am above the Grave Horde, right next to where the Frozen Wild speedrun starts, once those rungs load right there. And I'm going to take some time to talk about my weapons and coils, um, how they're set up the way they are, what they can do, how long it takes, general tidbits here and there. I'm going to break this up into two videos because I'm just using my PS4 to record this, and it would be too long in one video because I tried that already. So, here we go. This is, gotta go to crafting, there we go. This is the Lance, obviously, it's Silence Lance. On this playthrough, I don't have all the overrides. I've gotten them all a bunch of times. Um, I have two 30% spears on this. They're true 30%, and what I mean by that is just because your coil says it's a 11 or 30 or 67 or 50 or 49 doesn't mean that it's the full value of that. So it rounds down and calls it a 66 when it's not a full 66 or a 67 or a 50, something like that. If you need more clarification, you can just let me know. Coiling is oddly complicated in this game. It gets funny, but yeah, this thing can do some work. It's okay on ultra hard. You don't really notice a huge difference. You do notice a huge difference between no 30% and two 30%, obviously. So that was cool, but not super amazing. This is my damage tripcaster. I have 3 pristine weapon coils on this and 1 handling coil. This one doesn't need to be a 67 because it's maxed the way it is, so it's fine as a 66. I like to say each 66 probably takes roughly 4 to 6 hours to farm, and a 67, other than specific perfect handling damage elemental stat ones, take like 10 to 15 hours. But your standard 67% will take anywhere from 5 to 7. So the 66 and the 67s are pretty hard to get. They're pretty coveted. Some people call them super coils. Super coils. This is my damage blast sling. Does pretty good damage. We got 3 pristines again, 1 handling. Got max handling, max damage. It's pretty nasty. Pretty nasty. This is my rope caster. So it has max handling and max tear, but the max tear doesn't actually do anything. That was just more of a can I do this, not do I need to do this. The only stat you need to worry about on this weapon is handling. But we got two 67% tear coils. A third stat doesn't matter. And we got two 50% tear, 33% handling. And some of these may not be, as I stated earlier, the true full value or whatever. But once I hit cap for stats, it's fine. I don't really care. This is my hybrid ice rail. This is not how you want to do an ice rail. You'll see 2 other ice rails that I have that are better. But yeah, we got 2 hidebounds, a damage coil. It's a hybrid, It's damage handling freeze. It's a hybrid. This is my hybrid forge fire, which is actually a little different in my opinion. And one of the very few times where I would say on ultra hard, having a weapon that does 2 different damage types, so in this case physical and fire, is not usually a smart thing to do, but this thing is pretty entertaining. It can one-shot a Ravager and a Sawtooth on ultra hard. It's pretty fun. It's pretty fun. This is my Storm Slinger, so I have 2 painted weapon coils on this and a 50% shock damage coil. So why don't I just have 3 of these? Well, on ultra hard, too much handling on this thing could kill you pretty quickly if you're not careful. So this is just my personal favorite way of having this weapon based on how it works and interacts, and I'm sure other people have theirs, but this is just mine. And there's probably a better way to do it. This is just the way I like to do it. This is my power shot bow. Got the damage, the tear, the handling. 3 pristine weapon coils. So it's pretty nasty. It does a lot of burst. I don't use it much because I prefer this guy. But it does good work. It does good work. And the tear blast ammo, the tear stat actually doesn't impact that at all. It's broken, which is a shame, but you know, it is what it is. All right, this is my Frost Champion bow. So this only has one freeze coil and then 367% freeze coils. In a perfect world, you know, handling, damage, freeze, obviously. So why? Why just one freeze? So on ultra hard, if you have 3 freeze coils and 1 freeze handling coil, so if you have 3 freeze coils and 1 handling freeze coil, it will still take you 2 pullbacks of the bow, 2 draws of the bow, to freeze a Thunderjaw. So if that's the case, then I want to get my 3 out as fast as I can. So that's what you do. Because the Thunderjaw, I believe you need 300 frost to get it on ultra hard, and that 51 becomes, I think, like 63 or something. So you know, it's not enough. It's not nearly enough. You're still going to need that second draw. And 3 of these can freeze a rock breaker on ultra hard. So you know, it's good. It's good. This is the way I recommend you use your frostbow. Obviously, whatever, however much handling you can get, and the 1 drummer's weapon coil or 50 freeze coil. Okay, here we have the depth striker bow that I have set up for fire. So we got fire handling and then handling damage fire. These are coveted coils. Yeah, these are good ones to have. I really like this bow. This is my go-to for fire. 3 arrows, you can burn a sawtooth or ravager. 1 well-placed arrow, a glint hawk. Usually I just fire 3 at him. It works really good in corrupted zones. It's great. Great. This is the best fire weapon in the game, in my opinion. This is my striker bow that I use. This particular bow I basically use all the time. It has a ton of handling, so 240 compared to 60. And it does 70 compared to 175. Sorry, 123, compared to 175. So it's 50 less. It's 50 less with 100 and no, not 130. Sorry, I'm bad at math. 180 more handling and 50 less damage. It's badass. But we got 3 pristine handling coils, or 3 pristine weapon coils with handling, and a 67% handling coil with tear and fire. And then this is my corruption champion bow. The same logic that I used with the frost bow might apply with this thing. I don't care. I don't use corruption that often at all. I mean, it's useful, it's cool, but I'm just not a huge fan. I like to blow shit up. That's what I do. All right, I am going to go over the other weapons in the second part of my video. So please watch that. If you have any questions about this one, just let me know. Write a comment. If you want to see one of these specific weapons go up against a robot or see me shoot something, let me know. More than happy. I do stream on Twitch. I don't have a set schedule. I've been speedrunning Horizon Zero Dawn recently. I'm not super good, but I'm getting there. Yeah, thanks for watching. I hope you guys all have a great rest of your day. Alright, take care. And watch the second part.